your money. Ooh, baby, it's dangerous. Your problems are just not the same to us.
So, welcome back to In the Whip Podcast with your boy, William Ryan. What's going down, y'all? And then I got a special guest, a loved one of mine. This is my father-in-law, Santos.
How y'all doing?
Live from California. You know what I'm saying? He came visit us in Columbus. But we're going to get into a lot of stuff here. Just tapping in, getting to know him a little bit better. He's been with us since Thursday. How you liking being back in Columbus?
Loving it.
All right. Now, he has his own business, his own company. I'm gonna let y'all know what he does. He definitely gets in the cars. He does great detailing when it comes to our LEDs with lights and the features of all the colors. Pops, explain what your company entails and let them know what you do too, because I would love to actually get you some clientele here in Columbus when you do come and visit again.
Okay. Basically, I do underglow, halo headlights, do the interior, engine compartments, trunks. I do a lot of custom vehicles for shows because they want everything to be seen. It's called Lit, and
Cause he lit and
I
he lights
call
stuff
myself
up.
Mr. Glow.
Mr. Glow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Well, Mr. Glow, how long you been doing it?
Since about 2019, but it really kicked off in 2020. And how I started was basically I built my 68 Impala 70s style. And back in the 70s, they used to put lights in the wheel wells. So I decided to do that, right? To be, authentic. So I put that, thought it didn't have enough light, so I added more. I had a friend who said, well, can you do that to my car? And what I told her was, I will make you glow. She's like, yeah, okay. But I did. And made myself a little card out of a picture I had and put it on Facebook, and it just took off.
All right. And one thing that I do ask everybody, like, when you started Glow, what was the idea behind it besides making everything glow? What was your ideal point in Lit?
It was just, they had a bunch of kits that you could buy. And I seen that, but it's like 48 inches on each side, 36 front and back.
Right.
So I decided to do better than that.
Okay.
Each car that I do, I don't use a kit. I start gluing on the lights as I go, and I put as much as possible because I want the entire car, truck, motorcycle, semi, whatever it may be, to glow from front to back completely without any dark spots.
And you travel too, right?
I travel, yes. I've gone to Washington, I don't know, maybe 8 times in the past few years.
Okay.
I've done a car here, my ex-wife's.
Yep.
And I've gone several other places in California.
Okay.
So
I want to go back to now before you started all of that, because we have 2 connections. Besides one being your daughter, we have wrestling.
yes. So
in that, when you was a kid, what would you say your go-to, I'm gonna say go-to finisher in what wrestling was? Because mine was the crippler crossface, or we're going triple X, his what was it called? No, it wasn't Triple X. It was Chris Jericho. Walls of Jericho.
Walls Jericho.
What was your favorite move?
I don't know. There was a lot of them.
And who was your favorite wrestler?
Back when I was a kid, it was Rocky Johnson.
You talking about Rock's dad?
The Rock's
dad. Hey, that's what's up.
He was a badass back in the day.
And he was huge.
He was huge. And he used to cock his hand back and then let it go, sort of like The Rock does. But, of course, his dad did it better.
Yeah, of course.
But he was my all-time favorite, from what I could remember. Okay. Him and his father-in-law, Peter Mayuva.
Oh,
okay. They were badasses.
All right. Now, in that, given Father's Day and your birthday, we did the Raw surprise.
Today is. Dad, do you know what today is?
Today is?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what comes on Monday?
Huh?
Do you know what comes on Monday?
Monday Night Raw?
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Yeah. Someone that's seen those film I didn't even know that.
How did you feel about that? Like,
what
was the experience the whole time there? Because just looking at your face when we told you, it made me so excited. That was like creme de la creme. Just a backstory on when we asked you when was the last time or have you ever seen one, you told us it was a kid. Our insider between me and Melissa was he hasn't been there since a kid. And it was like that. So when we seen your face light up, we knew it was a great surprise.
Oh yeah.
How did you feel about that?
Oh my God. That was like the best feeling ever. A friend of mine, I posted the video Melissa made, and a friend said, I've never seen you that happy.
Oh yeah.
Because I was so happy and excited. It was the best day ever. That's all, the only thing I could say, best day ever. Something I will never, ever forget.
Oh man, that make me tear up a little
right?
bit, man.
You almost did that to me that day if I had not been so damn excited.
No,
but I couldn't believe it.
That's dope. Well, what I do want to do too is tap into our family, because I feel like our first interaction when I first met you before the wedding, we created a little bit of a bond, and we had that talk that night.
Yes, we did.
And I told you I was going to take care of your daughter.
Yes, you did.
And I just wanted to. This is me tapping in because I want to know personally. Because before you showed up, I was nervous. I was super nervous. I know you and
me both.
I knew just based off of our talk and everything like that, and like you coming back. I really don't want you to leave, but I understand that you do.
Yeah.
But I wanted to know, how do you think? Am I matching up to what you expected? As well as do you have any advice for me as well?
Well, see, I judge people by feeling, right? Mm-hmm. I could feel a person's what they are, who they are, mm-hmm. right? When I first met you, I had this talk planned, the way it was going to go, mm-hmm. but I met you and I decided not to say some of these things because I felt I didn't have to, right?
Yeah.
Because my daughter is my life. I love her with everything I got, and I would do anything for her.
Yeah.
And if anybody ever hurt her,
listen, it wouldn't be just your wrath, it'd be mine too.
Yeah.
And I promised you that I would never do that.
Oh, I know. I felt that right away. Because I had heard things from somebody about you, and I was like, what? Then I met you, and I felt none of that. So I knew that person
was incredible.
Yes. Yeah. At all.
I wanted to do that because one thing that I did do, because I had two chances with your daughter. I had two chances, and I wanted to make sure this last chance was worth it. So I wanted to be better, not just for her, for myself, but for Marvell as well.
I felt that.
I couldn't, like I told you before, I couldn't teach him how to be a man and not be the man that he sees, and was like, okay, if he's saying that, then that means that's what I should be able to do. And I do hold him at a certain caliber because I understand who he is and what he can be.
Yes.
But in that same facet, I wanted to just thank you for allowing me into the family.
Oh yeah.
That's one. And two, for loving me like a son.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
And I definitely appreciate that. And I think that is a gift because a lot of families don't mesh well.
Very true.
But with that, I felt a genuine love from you, and two, a wanting to get to know me.
Yeah.
Not just, oh, I'm just going to take him in face value, but you wanted to get to know me. And through that, that's how this relationship has grown.
Exactly.
And again, I appreciate everything, Pops, for real.
You know, like I said, I go by feelings, right? Before I just did face value when I was I was a different person.
Got you.
But the person I am today, I could feel somebody's vibe.
Yep.
And from the moment I met you, it was like, this person's crazy. I like this person. I like this person a lot, right?
Yep.
And if I had even just a little bit of doubt, it would have been a whole different story.
I got you.
But I had no doubt. After meeting you, I relaxed because I could, right? Because I knew my baby was going to be okay.
Yeah.
And I knew Marvell was going to be okay because I seen how you treated him. And thank you for that.
That was my heart,
I
man.
love you.
I love you too.
Love you for that.
I love you too. And it's never going to change.
No,
I told you.
No.
I told you I got you.
The only one who can change that is you.
Definitely. And like I told that person before too, I'm not here to take from, I'm here to add to.
Add to, exactly. That's how it should be.
And you were open to that.
Yes.
You definitely made that well worth it. And one thing that I did want to tap in on as well, because it is Men's Health Awareness Month this month. And I stress the way of being sound mind and moving in the way of everything being positive. And when it does go left and our mindsets do fail, because as men, we do have to provide, protect, and love unconditionally, and sometimes we don't get that back, and I don't feel that.
Yeah.
I don't feel that way at all. Your your daughter and your grandson give me confidence in everything that I do. Like with this podcast, she pushed me a little further because I was just like, okay, this is something that I'm going to try. She was like, no, this is something that's going to work because this is something that you already do already. You're a people person and everything like that. So it's driven, and that's one reason why I wanted to interview you today, is to get in the background of who Santos is now, if you are comfortable with that,
I'm comfortable with that.
who Santos was. I do understand with you coming from Cali, the Cali vibes there are different.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And for you to let me know certain things that you did, and then the man that you are right now, I commend.
Okay.
Because the strength to change from one mindset to the next is fire. Is amazing, because a lot of people don't get that moment to actually change or to actually understand there is a difference in the way that I thought to the way that I'm thinking now.
See what it is people get that second chance, but they don't always take it. I was given a second chance, and I took it and I ran because I was tired of how I was living.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes, sir.
See, I grew up one of 8 kids.
Mm-hmm.
My older brother passed away when I was 16 from cirrhosis of the liver. He drank to death. I got 6 sisters, so I had to take care of them and my mom. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I got into a lot of trouble, did a lot of drinking, did a lot of drugs, did a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
My last sentence was 10 and a half years. During that time, my sister had been with somebody that I had met briefly, and they were still together. I would talk to him every week, and he tried to talk me into going to a recovery home.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of my stay, the dope fiend thinking kicked in. I said, I'll go to keep my parole officer off my ass and maybe learn how to slow down, right?
Right.
So I went there, and a couple months in, I started seeing things differently.
What was your mindset during that time?
When I got there, I was like, I'm just gonna get through this, do whatever afterwards, try to just use a little bit, right?
Right.
Not like I was doing. I did a lot of stupid things when I was out there. And a couple months in, somebody came and spoke at this meeting and told my story. And I was like, okay, so I had to talk to this dude, right? So I introduced myself to him. And we became friends. And things just started to change. I started giving in a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just little by little, going to meetings and actually listen. I had been to 100 meetings by the time I met this dude, and I hadn't heard a word until he spoke, because he came from where I came from. He did what I did, and we were the same.
Mm-hmm.
So that had a lot to do with it. Reason I still dress the same way I did, still drive a lowrider, still listen to my oldies, all that. Most important reason is because if some youngster walks into a meeting and sees somebody all dressed up in a suit, women all pretty dresses and all, like that, they're going to walk in and they're not going to feel a part of, they're not going to feel any kind of connection, right? So I just stay genuinely me, right? Besides that, I love all the stuff I do, except for the dumb stuff. But, yeah, so I just started, doing what they told me to do, getting sponsored, working my steps, doing all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And my whole life started to change. And people started treating me differently, right?
Yeah.
I always say this when I speak at a meeting, my sisters took about 5 years or so, invited me to parties, family parties, and they gave me the right address because they actually wanted me there, right?
Yeah.
Which meant the world to me. So,
because it made you seem like you weren't by yourself. It showed you that you weren't by yourself.
I wasn't an outcast anymore because they didn't want me around. Right?
I understand that.
Because shit, I didn't want me around, but I was stuck with me. Because of the person I was, right?
Yeah.
So all this started happening. My life just changed, right? Mm-hmm. My life got better. I got better. I started being the person I was supposed to be before all that drugs and alcohol got in the way. And by the grace of God, today I got 32 years clean, coming up on 33.
Let's go, baby.
Right?
Yeah.
And I would change it for the world because I love my life.
Gave you a different avenue.
I've gotten so many gifts in this past month. Being invited over here to spend vacation with my daughter, my son-in-law, my grandson. That made me cry, right?
Yeah. We wanted you around. We've been wanting you around, man. Like, honestly, I'm not joking. If I was able to keep you here, I would want you right here with us. And you could stay as long as you want, for real. That's why when I said the passports and everything like that, we want you to come with us.
I'll be there.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Pops, like, in all seriousness, your acceptance between you and grandma's acceptance, because that's who she honestly looked towards
Yeah.
for certain things. It brought me gratitude, and I felt accepted, and I appreciate
And
that.
you are because of the person you are.
You're a dope person, man. Like you're an amazing individual. You never, just based off of what I'm hearing, with the mindset and change and adjustment that you made it not only for yourself, but you made it because you wanted to be around.
Yeah.
You wanted to see everything. So you showed a difference. You made that change for yourself, and you pushed forward, and you continue to do that. And you said 33 years?
Coming up on 33. Got 32, no front.
That's power. Because yes, that's an everyday battle.
Oh yeah.
But with family being around you, and that's another reason why I started this podcast, is to create a community.
There you go.
Because people feel like they're by themselves.
Yes.
And the inclusion isn't always there. But for this pod, I wanted to make sure that not just my boys or people that I rock with know that there's a community, but everybody outside of that realm knows that when it comes to me or anybody that I care for, it's always going to be community over anything, because it does take a community to raise a child. You can be a child as an adult.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But in that, you have to be shown the way.
Exactly.
And it isn't easy, and it isn't always accepted or wanted or anything like that. But to know that you are cared for and you wanted to be around, that's a powerful thing to get anybody through what they want, what is going on right then and there. So that community, the community that I'm building with our family. Yes, sir.
Help me with some cash so I get something to eat with you. I haven't had a shower in 4 days now. I haven't had a chance to get it. Maybe if you help me with, I haven't had no bedding or no shower. Maybe you help me with $20-$40.
Gotcha. There you go, man.
Wow, thank you.
God bless.
God bless you.
God bless. Even with that, like, that's community.
Yeah.
That's sheer example of what community is.
Yeah.
Sowing the seed and everything like that. So, like, that's why I would want you around more, because it is that community. And I understand that you got your mom out there and your family.
Yeah.
But you always are always welcome to stay as long as you want or as long as you need, because we love you. We always gonna be there for you.
Oh yeah,
and
I'll
we
be
care
there
about
for
you.
you guys always.
But I'm not trying to make it soppy and everything like that, because this is a pod to actually promote community, and promote your business. I do, and I am going to have the company down here. So when this does get edited and everything like that, your company name would be right there. As well as I do want people to take full advantage of the service that you have, because you created something on your own, as well as it is a service that people that are looking for an extra oomph for their car or the glow that they're looking for.
Yeah.
You can definitely apply that and supply them with that service. So I am William Ryan. This is Santos, my pops. You feel me? And this is In the Whip Podcast. Y'all be good, be safe. I love you. Stay blessed, and I'll see you next week. Peace.